The official party will enter the graduation hall. When they've taken their positions on stage, Advance Australia Fair will be played, and we invite you to join in the singing of the national anthem. Would you please stand for the academic procession?
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are one and free, with golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful streets and let us sing, advance Australia.
Please be seated. Distinguished guests, I would like to invite Uncle Chris Tobin, representative of the Darug people, to offer the traditional acknowledgement of country.
Thank you. Good morning and Nalawa, welcome. I belong to one of the local Aboriginal families of the Darug people, the traditional custodians over this part of the country. I wish to firstly pay my respects to the country and its people by acknowledging that we meet today in Wallamata, the place of the snapper fish and ancestral homelands of the Wallamedigal. I would also like to thank the University for their invitation to join you with the acknowledgement today. That acknowledgement is important for our people and much appreciated. My family, in fact, descend from Yarramundi, a respected elder and cleverman from the neighbouring Burruburungal clan during the early years of colonisation. He saw that our survival in this new world could best be secured if we could learn more about it, and so he enrolled his daughter, Bulungai, or Maria, into the Native Institute, a school set up in 1815 by Governor Macquarie, offering formal education to Aboriginal children. Maria studied there for several years and used her newly acquired skills to lobby and ultimately secure some land for herself and her family out along the Richmond Road. Other Aboriginal families soon joined them, seeking refuge there during the brutal displacement of our people during the 1800s. It became known as the Blackstown, from which the present-day city of Blacktown gets its name. We are very proud of her, as I'm sure your families are of you here today. And with good reason. Your success is our success. Your advancement, our advancement. Now that was probably better understood in more traditional times when camp groups were smaller and clans abided by strict sharing laws, which meant that the food that you caught and brought back was distributed throughout the rest of the camp. Your skills and good fortune were thus enjoyed by all. Your efforts literally nourished the rest of the community, and you in turn were looked after by them. Yes, we can live quite beautifully when we work together. Our Aboriginal ancestors certainly lived well in many respects. And I use occasions like this to share with you on how good maybe to expect our lives today. You see, when Captain Cook arrived here a little over 240 odd years ago, he encountered, or he described the people he encountered as one of the happiest people he'd ever met. They owned nothing, he wrote, but the tools they carried. They were naked and made their shelters from the bark of trees without cutting them down. They fed their families from the earth without excessive tilling or clearing. There was no slavery, no rich and poor, and no homelessness. Armies were unheard of, as were forts, jails, or even fences. People cooperated to collect the resources that were needed, which were then shared out according to strict Aboriginal law. Our lands were maintained in their natural state through fire and responsible harvesting. Our rivers and waterways kept clean and unpolluted, with people drinking out of them as they've done here for the past 30,000 years. So remember, this is not a dream or some far-off vision. This was normal life for us and for the longest time. And there's no good reason why we should expect less for ourselves and our and our children than what our ancestors enjoyed. Admittedly, there's a lot more of us. However, we are a clever people, and it's still the way to go. So graduates, I would say to you, expect great and wonderful things from your life. Life is good, we are naturally happy, and normally very good at looking after each other and the country. I would just ask that you share your skills with the rest of us and keep following that beautiful spirit within you that got you this far. Do this and I'm confident we can put together a world we can be proud of and a future that is worthy of our children. We can all do our bit. I'll do mine by jumping off now and letting you graduate. Just want to say congratulations to all of you and all the best in our collective futures. Thank you.
Distinguished guests, I'm pleased to introduce Pro-Chancellor of Macquarie University, Professor Nick Mansfield.
Thank you, Chris Tobin, for your acknowledgement of country. We're here today to celebrate the value and meaning of education, and it adds a huge amount to the significance of this event, to be able to connect it to the long and strong traditions of knowledge, education, and wisdom that have been enacted on these lands for many thousands of years. It's a great honour to the university, and we thank you very much for your words. Colleagues, guests, families and friends of our graduands, and most importantly, our graduands. It's my distinct honour and pleasure to welcome you here today to this graduation ceremony. I bring our graduands and their guests a special warm greeting from the members of the Macquarie University Council, the governing body of the university. It's our hope that today is a very happy and memorable occasion for all of you. Now, I notice that there might be a few babies or small children here today, and I want you to know that they are especially welcome. I also want you to know that we do not expect small children to stay either still or quiet through the length of a graduation ceremony. This is very much an event for families, and young children are especially welcome. Today is a milestone day. Today we celebrate the wonderful achievements of those of you about to graduate. Completing a university degree is not an easy thing. It requires an intelligent and inquiring mind, determination and perseverance, and you've made many sacrifices along the way in pursuit of your end goal. And now you've made it. And I look forward to congratulating each and every one of you. I also want to especially welcome the families, supporters and friends of our graduates here with us as invited guests. The fact that you've been invited by one of our graduates to share in one of the most memorable and significant days of their lives is proof positive that you've been an important influence. So to our invited guests, congratulations to you as well, and thank you for celebrating this great occasion with us. Universities are different from schools, colleges, and other educational institutions in that they link teaching, the sharing of knowledge and ideas, with research, the discovery and formulation of new knowledge and new ways of thinking. There are very few innovations in our world, whether it be in how we're treated when we're sick, how we interact with our environment, the technologies that increasingly define our work, communication, and entertainment, how we are educated, the laws we live by, the policies our governments pursue, or the debates that define how we live, think, and make values that are not touched by or even initiated by university research. A university education teaches you not only skills and knowledge, but gives you an awareness of how truth and new ideas develop and how they are tested and validated. Innovation is at the heart of every university, and therefore also challenge, difficulty, and the excitement that go with them. Macquarie University is at the forefront of innovation and challenge. It was at Macquarie University, for example, in work done in conjunction with the CSIRO, that the world's first working WLAN microchip on which current Wi-Fi technology depends was first developed, a technology that most of us are carrying around with us today and that we use constantly and that many of you will use to record today's events. It's this spirit of innovation we celebrate, especially in the graduation of our PhD candidates, who are being awarded the world's highest academic qualification for projects that by definition must be original, groundbreaking, and forward-thinking, no matter what the field. Everyone who's graduating today has had to confront these challenges of innovation, of new ways of thinking and change, a process that I'm sure has had its surprises and difficulties and confounding moments, as well as moments of anxiety, uncertainty, and stress. But graduates, you've confronted these challenges and you have won through. You have faced uncertainty and difficulty. You have been assessed against high standards, world-class standards, and you have met with success. You should be very proud of what you have accomplished. It is no small achievement. The university is certainly proud of you and what you have achieved. But we at Macquarie are also very aware that education is not just an academic matter. It is fundamentally about people and human relationships. The university strives to be a hospitable, open and supportive environment. The friendliness, inclusiveness and approachability of Macquarie staff and students, for example, is often commented on by visitors to the university, both from Australia and overseas. This is inherent to our culture and we intend that it will always be so. Remember, you will always be welcome here. Macquarie University will always be a leader in learning and teaching and a leader in the accumulation of wisdom, knowledge and understanding. However, our collective journey is about building community where we have shared values and where we care about each other, even when our points of view on some issues might diverge. It is that combination of intellectual endeavour and human care that defines what a university is all about. Guests, academic and professional colleagues, and most importantly, our graduates, I offer you the warmest of welcomes to Macquarie University on this grand occasion. In just a few minutes, it will be my very great honour to confer your degrees upon you and welcome you as lifelong members of that community of scholars we proudly call Macquarie University. But now it's my great pleasure to introduce our occasional speaker, Dr. Paul Wood, PSM. Paul Wood is currently Executive Director, Educational Standards in the Teaching, Learning and Student Wellbeing Division of the New South Wales Department of Education. Educational Standards designs and delivers high-quality support to all schools and staff to enhance teaching and learning and curriculum that drive high educational standards and reduces the impacts of disadvantage. The priorities of his directorate include literacy and numeracy, small group tuition, assessment strategies for KLAs, modern hybrid AI education, and anti-racism education. Paul has a long career in having worked in a number of senior roles across the department, in schools, and in tertiary education. He began his career in special education and has maintained a long-lasting commitment to meeting the educational needs of all students. Paul led the department's COVID-19 task force as Executive Director and designed and led the COVID Intensive Learning Support Program targeting small group tuition to students impacted by COVID-19. He's been the Director, Literacy and Numeracy, Director, Early Learning and Primary Education, Relieving Director, Principals School Leadership, and one of the first Principals School Leadership from 2014 to 2016. He was Principal for 15 years across 3 schools, including Coogee Public School, Narrabeen North Public School, and Arndale School for Specific Purposes. He's been a teacher in primary and secondary schools, and previously worked as both a project officer and disability programs consultant for the Department of Education. Paul has a background in special and inclusive education and has worked in special education in the past, primarily at the University of Sydney, including lecturing in inclusive education in the Masters of Education, Bachelor of Education, and Masters and MTeach programs at the University of Sydney. He holds a PhD in educational leadership from the University of Sydney, which explored principal leadership, knowledge and beliefs around the inclusion of students with disruptive behaviour. Has a strong interest in educational leadership, equity and inclusion, evidence-informed practice in education and critical thinking. Paul was a recipient of the Public Service Medal in the Australia Day Honours List in 2021 for his leadership of the statewide curriculum support for schools through the COVID-19 pandemic. He also represents the New South Wales Government on the board of the Australian Children's Television Foundation. I now invite Dr. Paul Wood, PSM, to deliver the occasional address.
I'd like to acknowledge the Pro-Chancellor, members of the faculty, staff and distinguished guests. I'd also like to acknowledge the traditional owners, the Wallumedegal people, and remind us that whilst acknowledging country is an important role that we all play, we also play, as educators, a role in influencing a generational change, in deeply understanding the history, culture and language, telling the truths of our past, and changing the future for Aboriginal young people and their families. That we play this important role touches on 2 themes that I'd like to talk to you about today: opportunity and inclusion. But before I do, let me extend the warmest of welcomes and my sincere congratulations to our graduates and your proud family and friends. It's a cliche, but we're here to celebrate and recognise with all the pomp and ceremony that you deserve the closing of one chapter of your education and turning the page to the next. It's a choose-your-own adventure of future pages that I trust will be a deeply satisfying journey for you all. I am truly honoured to stand in front of you today and share with you some of my journey, and a journey that has taken me on paths I never planned when I set out some 30 years ago, probably more, sitting in the seat that you sit now. It's especially humbling for me to be standing here as a graduate of Macquarie University, having completed both a graduate diploma in special education here and my Masters of Education here at this institution. As I think anyone in this room will attest, learning is a lifelong process that's not bounded by the classroom. That might be hard for your future students to grasp as they're sitting on the edge of their seats waiting for the lunchtime bell to ring. And possibly for you, relieved that you're finally putting down the assignments, the textbooks, the learning, and putting your skills and your knowledge into practice into a classroom. And today we're recognising your achievements, of which you should be rightfully proud, but also be reassured that in good news, it's these achievements and the work you've done to get you here that sets you up for what's next. Consciously or not, you have undertaken a vocation that is about knowledge. But even more importantly, as the Pro-Chancellor indicated, it's about people. It's about opening opportunities for children to reach their potential, but one that's also about recognising uniqueness, celebrating diversity, building cultures of acceptance and tolerance, and creating safe places for children to be who they are and create their path without barrier or obstacle. I said before that you're closing one chapter. Maybe the metaphor of books and chapters might not be the right one. Maybe I could get more contemporary and the metaphor is closer to rapid advances in technology and the opportunities this provides that didn't exist years ago. AI and its rapid influence on all things may be an apt metaphor about embracing change and opportunity, except to say there's nothing artificial about what you will really bring into the role. It's often said that educators' roles are about shaping the hearts and the minds of young people, that it's a unique and privileged role that you play to be the person that shapes and influences children to achieve their potential. It would be the right thing to talk about that influence and particularly talk a lot about the students that you will serve. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take it as a given that when you enter teaching, you want to be around children. You enjoy the company of children, that you like being around children and see what it can do for you. I want to talk today about something that you might not expect as you're sitting here, and that is that the path will most likely change you, as well as the thoughts and actions of your students. Some of you might feel born to teach, and this was always the path that you were going to take. Others have come to teaching later and through different paths, but you've found yourselves here today in a profession that is going to be rich in value and reward for you and your students. Without realising it, I was of the born to teach variety, and leadership might have been an inevitability for me. I grew up in a family of 5. We were a bit of a gang, and despite the age differences, we played a lot. One of the games we played was schools. Whilst my sisters sat dutifully in their seats in one bedroom, I set myself up in another room and had decided that was the principal's office and that I was the principal. At the time, I didn't quite understand what pedagogy and practice was. My concept of the principal was to walk into my poor, unsuspecting sisters and say, "Come and see me in my office." Suffice to say, I had a lot to learn about what it really takes to lead a school and really create places that are for everyone. Maybe from my grounding playing schools, turns out I did well at school. Some tried to influence me down a different path. I even briefly considered a career in law. But in the end, teaching I chose, as did all of you, each with your own reasons, but here you are, ready to embark on the most noble of professions. That you've chosen education is a wonderful thing, and I wish each of you the best. But if I achieve anything today, it's to ensure that you open yourself up for the opportunities for the career to shape you and open your eyes and teach you about the incredible role that you will play in creating a world of opportunity for others. At the moment, you're imagining your classroom careers. Hopefully some of you have already started, hoping to teach the grade that you liked the most in your pracs. Perhaps you are already. But you'll also be entering a world of sports, carnivals, debate teams, canteens. You'll put down a stopwatch, and then you'll be packing your bag to Canberra. You'll bring yourself, your interests and your strengths into the community. And there are not many roles where you get to embrace your passion for singing, choreograph a performance, coach a team, produce a newspaper, all within your day job. These opportunities open up more opportunities, especially when you come and work in the New South Wales public system. Last year, I watched 3 generations of teachers who had been involved in the School Spectacular talk about that rich opportunity that got provided through generations of a family. That's the type of community that you'll join in any school you join. You'll meet interesting and exciting people. They may think differently to you. They may do things differently to you. They'll celebrate different events. They'll speak different languages. And whilst you might be feeling some issues with the nerves of dealing with parents and TikTok-obsessed students and gossipy staff rooms, be open to what you can learn. Teaching and learning doesn't just live in lesson planning, marking, homework. It's in the relationships that you form, allowing yourself to grow and learn. And from day one, you'll build a network of hundreds of people. You'll rely on others, they'll rely on you, and this will deepen and expand over time. When I started teaching, my biggest motivation was to make sure that the patent ended up on the canvas and not on the floor. But at some point, that shifted for me, and I saw how the values that I held could start to be reflected in the community, and how the community was teaching me new things. And it brings me to the point around the role you play in making the world a better and more inclusive place for children to thrive. My passion for inclusion, diversity and equity started early in my career, teaching students who'd gone through 7 years of school unable to read. This reforged my path and opened up more opportunities. I went from teaching art back into special education, which led me into a whole world that I did not know, and a series of teaching experiences that were the most rewarding I've had to date. I got to then work with incredible families, navigating incredible complexity and challenge. I had the chance to share that with initial teacher education students through teaching at the university. And even now, having transitioned from the classroom to a role in the education support system, I get to champion diversity, opportunity and inclusion in all of my work. And it's at the forefront of every decision that we make. What I didn't expect was it would open up an opportunity that I didn't think existed for me. I spent my life working with complexity and challenging young people. I spent a childhood growing up in a family surrounded by children and relatives. Then I found myself later in life in a loving relationship with a stable, embracing, extended family, and I wanted a chance to have that for myself. That was never going to be easy for me, that path, for me and my husband. But the choice was simple. There are 15,000 children living in out-of-home care, and we had the chance to give back and make a difference. We remain one of the very small number of families, same-sex families, who successfully adopted 3 young children. But I think it was through my role in schools and education that I found this path. And now I entrust my children to teachers every day, and I thank them for embracing my children for who they are, for understanding their strengths, for never questioning and judging the family they come from, and for accepting us. But that's not always the world we live in. And why am I telling you this deeply personal story, and what does it have to do with you graduating today as a teacher? Well, let me come back to my themes about opportunity and inclusion. It is through education my eyes were opened. They were opened to the complexities of life and the circumstances that many people find themselves in through no choice of their own. It solidified my belief, most of all, that children do not choose the circumstances, and no matter what and where you come from, you deserve the opportunities that education can bring. It was through a career in education and being open to opportunity that I've expanded and enriched my own life, both professionally and personally. It's opened a door to influencing on many levels. It opened a door to becoming a parent. Never underestimate the opportunities that a world in education will open for you and the chance you have to influence and shape the world for better. It's taught me more than I realised how important it is that everyone feels like they belong. We have a moral responsibility as educators to ensure that everyone feels accepted no matter where they come from. Your role as a teacher is to ensure that children have the opportunity to succeed in their learning, but it's made possible by a belief and a commitment that every child feels safe, is accepted for who they are, and knows they matter. All of this is why I became a teacher in the first place. It's why I've dedicated a career to public education, where I get to live my values, where I get to belong, where my children belong, and they're given every opportunity to achieve their best. If I do nothing else today, can I urge you to know that a path in public education will be rich with opportunity for you, that no matter who you are, there is a place for you in our system, and know that you get the chance to give this opportunity to a generation of children making their way in the world and making sense of who they are. Congratulations on your achievements. I'm excited about the opportunities, perhaps a little jealous, about the opportunities that you have ahead of you. I wish you every success and the rich rewards that I know will come to a future in teaching. Congratulations.
Thanks very much, Paul, for those remarks, and especially about the human quality of education from your experience as a childhood principal, right through the classroom, as a student, as an administrator, and also as a parent, adding that human quality to education, which gives it so much value, so thank you. As Pro-Chancellor of Macquarie University, I especially look forward to presiding at events just like this one and conferring degrees on those who've complied with the university's requirements for awards. I now call on Acting Registrar Fiona Rayrink to formally certify the eligibility of those who've met the university's requirements for awards.
Pro-Chancellor, I certify that all of the candidates being presented here today and those who are absent have satisfied the requirements of the Academic Senate for the degrees they are to be awarded. Would all candidates for admission to degrees please stand?
In the name of the Macquarie University Council and by my authority as Pro-Chancellor, I admit each of you present and those who are absent to the degrees for which you have qualified. Congratulations.
Graduates, please be seated. Pro-Chancellor, the graduates at this ceremony are from the Faculty of Arts. I now call on Professor Albert Atkin, Deputy Dean of Education and Employability for the Faculty of Arts, to present the graduates. Professor Atkin.
Pro-Chancellor, the graduates at this ceremony are from the Faculty of Arts. Students and staff from the Faculty of Arts develop critical, inquiring and curious minds. They work together within and across disciplinary boundaries to ask questions about socially complex problems. They identify paths of research, analyse and communicate ideas in creative formats, and reflect on the skills and knowledge they need in order to understand the world, past, present and future. Students are encouraged to use their skills and talents to connect with local and global communities. This faculty includes research and study areas in ancient history, anthropology, education, English, geography and planning, Indigenous studies, international studies, law, media, music, communication and cultural studies, modern history, politics and international relations, philosophy, sociology and security studies and criminology. Through transformative education, Faculty of Arts graduates are equipped to face societal challenges with a deep evaluative mind, strong reasoning, and a well-established ethical compass. They explore their creativity and passions whilst developing transferable skills like communication, critical thinking, and digital literacy. These skills are extremely sought after by employers, and they are crucially needed in the world. To our graduates, as you reflect on the past few years, I hope you will understand just how proud we all are of you. And I also hope that you will agree that Macquarie University is a home to a wonderful community of people. The relationships and networks you formed will continue to serve you well into the future, as professional contacts, as academic mentors, and as lifelong friendships. Thank you. Pro-Chancellor, I present to you the graduates from the Faculty of Arts whom you have admitted to degrees or awarded diplomas. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts Psychology with the degree of Bachelor of Education Primary, Brooke Louise Bedford. Sarah Bradford. Brittany Cogan. Eric Dos Santos. Emily Edwards. Hannah Gregory. Tiara Heng. Michelle Law. Victoria Luo. Madison Mahaffey. Jake Marurai. Stephanie Prieto. Maylee Rickards Tang. Alana Sargent. Matthew Warren. Pro-Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Education, Primary. Julia Antunak. Amelia Beggs. Kate Briggs. Lily Chadban. Georgia Simiota. Michelle Davis. Brittany Denning. Ashley Eaton. Aya El Gamal. Rachel Fratzia. Kira Gallardo. Laura Giluli. Brittany Hansees. Caitlin Hickson. Samara Jennings. Tara Johnson. Hannah Kinsella. Molly Coos. Naomi Lane. Ingrazia Liu. Andrea Maham. Yelin Mashia. Emma MacDonald. Madison McKittrick. Mina Morgan. Amy Morrison. Eilish Murphy. Jawen Amaris Eng. Mary Nguyen. Isabella Ong. Chris Chin. Michaela Radaro Lish. Madison Roken. Cassandra Ryan. Rita Marie Santoro. Grace So. Jessica Stone. Carmian Taylor. Elizabeth Thomas. Brooke Tierney. Courtney Tran. Christine Wang. Veronica Wessel. Mitchell White. Braden Whiteside. Sophie Winter. Melanie Shao. Samantha Young. Raisa Zalani. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Education, Secondary, Zoe Tillett. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts with the degree of Bachelor of Education, Primary, Grace Albuquerque. Jahan Ali. Amy Bardash. Laura Bonjour. Janetta Byrne. William Cashmore. Na Suet Chung. Ha Lam Cho. Talitha Diaga. Ashley Denaro. Danny De Quattro. Abby Easthorpe. Christina Fedele. Caleb Finn. Rihanna Gauchi. Brian Heer. Cameron Hilditch. Nikola Jovic. Damwon Kin. Emily Laspina. Natasha Lam. So-Eun Lee. Flora Long. Molly Lauder. Juliana Lai. Imogen McIntosh. Brittany McPherson. Jenny May. Ella Mika. Saira Meselmani. Olivia Michael. Viviana Melagrana. Alexander Murray Jones. Grace Nassar. Natasha Petrosevich. Fiona Pumevong. Lucinda Powell. Abigail Prera. Annika Ratnabas. Hreon Hebelo. Melissa Redden. Harry McDougall Robb. Ashley Roberts. David Stacey. Emily Stevens. Andrea Suarez Arove. Chaitra Sumesh. Hayden Taylor. Helira Vermeulen. Jake Williams. Sabrina Yip. Doris Yu. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Education Primary and Bachelor of Psychology. Sienna Aravena Brogan. Hannah Batten. Emma Collins. Georgia De Castro. Alicia Dixon. Corinne Gaffar. Thomas Gordon. Holly Gray. Madison Hall. Ruby Hardy. Idora Karam. Awa Khan. Annie Leonard. Leilani McConville. Katina McKinley. Jed McCrae. Cara O'Loughlin. Monique Quintal. Huld Sunil. Evangeline von Gavel. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Education, Early Childhood Education, Birth to 12. Sun Yung Bai. Nicole Brooks. Katie Dresner. Solly May Salise. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Teaching, Early Childhood Education, Nadine Boulos. Annika Bulliard. Kawai Isadora Chung. Thomas Cho. Brooke Elford. Sarah Gergis. Juran Huang. Ji Min Lee. Min Shin Lee. Emily Marshall. Emily McGain. Kayla Steele. Amelia Watson. Laura Watson. Ram Zhou. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Early Childhood, Maria Claudine Chan. Shadi Javid Vand. Sanoba Mahmood. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Teaching, birth to 5 years. Afshan Iftikhar Ali. Maria Clara Aguilos Buendia. Federica Butkamu Ralalaga. Nicole Yewei Chin. Rachel Mary Emanoni. Jamie Ashton Engelbrecht. Sao-Ki Lee. Pune Lesani. Yupeng Liu. Lewei Liu. Zoya Alubas. Priyanka Samantha Pinto. Eleni Poulos. Jali Chi. Samyana Rana. Urvi Sheth. Slavina Slavova. Nari Song. Samuel Spence. Luyao Soon. Kimberly van Weeringen. Xiao Xiao Wen. Manuki Wijana Yakai. Xinyi Young. Pei Hui Ye. Sai Hung Yuan. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Teaching, Primary. Annabelle Amos. Rebecca Shiroti. Matthew Corish. Mashishta Durabji. Kayleen Glover. Maggie Humphreys. Robert Jones. Christine Kells. Laura Kiyayan. Elizabeth McFarlane. Cindy Mong. Laura McCarthy. Nicole Pangan. Anuya Patuk. Shiva Smriti Shankar. Amy Williams. Pro-Chancellor, that completes this morning's presentation of the graduates from the Faculty of Arts. Thank you.
Pro-Chancellor, I call on Amelia Watson, who graduated with a Bachelor of Teaching, Early Childhood Education, to speak on behalf of the graduating group. Amelia Watson.
Pro-Chancellor, members of the University, fellow graduates and guests, it is an honour to deliver today's graduate address, and I want to extend a warm congratulations to my fellow graduates. Becoming an early childhood teacher has been a long-held aspiration of mine. Growing up, I found joy and fascination working with young children, and in many ways, it was an obvious career choice. Following my late biological mother's footsteps as an early childhood teacher, who graduated here at Macquarie with a Bachelor of Early Childhood Education and Teaching back in 1994. Today, I am proud to be graduating with an equivalent degree here at Macquarie all these years later. As I began my journey at Macquarie, I knew I had made the right decision. Despite the long prac blocks, late nights of writing child observations, teaching plans and assessments, I was introduced with the joy that came with working with young children. The many challenges and joy I experienced throughout my degree was not what I first experienced. However, at the other end now, I feel that Macquarie has prepared me well to face my teaching career with confidence due to the quality and diversity of units offered, and it helped me prepare and to secure a full-time teaching job. A highlight for me was EDST 4540 with Dr. Sarah Powell, one of the arts units. What fun it was to sing and act and dance like a child again. Many wonderful tutors and unit conveners have stood out to me at my time at Macquarie. A special thank you to my EDST 4050 tutor, Dr. Belinda Davis, who not only invited me to speak today, but always challenged me to consider children as unique and individual learners, which I now carry into my teaching as a early childhood teacher. Throughout my time at Macquarie, I've also developed a passion for inclusive education. And a special thanks to my final placement tutor, Katie Wright, for instilling that passion. Now in my work as an early childhood teacher, I hope to develop an inclusive environment for all children to thrive. To my fellow graduates, particularly those who now embark on their journey as teachers, I hope you understand the unique and important work you are doing, and I wish you all the best for your careers. Thank you again to the wonderful early childhood teaching and education staff here at Macquarie, and I hope to see you one day back again when I do my Masters. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Amelia, for those remarks and your memories of study here at Macquarie, and congratulations again.
Oh
That was Yvette Masters. Will you please join me again in thanking her for that superb performance? Please also join me in thanking our musicians here today. On the organ, Heather Moen-Boyd. And on the trumpet, Bruce Helmers. I'd also like to take this opportunity to acknowledge and thank representatives from our alumni community who've generously offered their time to ensure that today's events run smoothly and so you can all enjoy this and celebrate the occasion. And finally, please join me in thanking our technical staff who ensure that the proceedings can be seen and heard here in the hall, not just for us here today, but also for those watching the event on live stream. Graduates, this ceremony marks a change in your relationship with Macquarie University, but it certainly does not represent the end of your association with us. From today onwards, you're now part of the bigger Macquarie family. Our alumni network has over 234,000 graduates living in over 150 countries around the globe, and it now welcomes you to its fold. We look forward to seeing you back on campus to attend alumni events, to undertake further study, or simply to visit our beautiful campus and reminisce about the good times you spent here as Macquarie University students. Graduates, the award of a university degree carries many opportunities and privileges, but like all privileges, it also conveys responsibilities. We urge you to commit to lifelong learning and inquiry. We urge you to set ambitious goals for yourselves. We urge you to continue the hard work that has already brought you this far. And remember, the world isn't only changed by the great leaps forward of an Albert Einstein or a Marie Curie, but by the many contributions, small and large, of people just like you. At Macquarie, we pride ourselves on developing each and every one of our students into engaged community citizens and leaders. So we urge you to always give thought to what you can do for others along the way. You don't have to do much sometimes to make a real difference to someone's life. Sometimes a kind gesture or a small word can mean an enormous amount. We challenge you to continue to exercise sound judgment and initiative, and to always be generous in offering practical advice and wisdom to those you meet on life's journey. Our hope is that as graduates of Macquarie University, you'll use what you've learnt here, not only for your own benefit, but also for the betterment of our community. And in all you do, we charge you to uphold the good name of Macquarie University. It's also our hope that you always remember the people who've helped you along the way, many of whom are here with us this morning. So to acknowledge their contribution and thank them for it, I'm going to ask you to do a couple of things. First, I'd like all our new graduates to please stand. Now, I want you to place your testamas on your seats behind you, turn around to face your families and friends, and now it's time to give them a mighty round of applause. Okay, you can turn around now. Don't sit down, don't sit down. Here on the dais with me are representatives of our academic community who've helped and supported you throughout your journey. So please join me in thanking them. Graduates, please remain standing, but do pick up your testamas. We don't want you to leave those behind. The official party will soon leave the graduation hall, followed by the graduates in procession. As we do, our organist will play the traditional recessional music of graduation that has been played at ceremonies just like this down through the centuries. There's an age-old set of Latin lyrics which begin, Gaudiemus igitur dum sumus juvenes. Translation, this graduation exit song starts, therefore let us rejoice, for we will always be young. The song speaks in a whimsical way of youth and old age at the same time, of the brevity of life and the inevitability of death, of state and city, and of happiness. Again, to our newest graduates of Macquarie University, my warmest congratulations and every best wish for futures filled with success, satisfaction, and above all, with happiness. Now might I ask everyone to please stand. I'm about to lead the official party out to be followed by the graduates, and then I invite all of us to follow the graduates out of the graduation hall onto the terrace behind where we can enjoy some light refreshments. In closing today's wonderful celebration of your achievements, let me say again, Gaudiemus igitur, therefore let us rejoice.